Hey, this is Ryan from Nurture Labs. Let's chat about two different types of email marketing programs that you should be running in MedTech. We break out our programs into two different categories. Okay, we have essential programs and we have supplemental programs. Essential programs map directly to your funnel. So top, middle, bottom, and then once you have a customer acquisition, there's generally another kind of upside down funnel on the bottom of that, right, for cross-sell and upsell. Essential programs map to that, where the whole purpose of them is to move them from the top of the funnel, identify leads who are qualified and leads that were not qualified, to move throughout the funnel down to closed won. An example of this would be a webinar or an ebook or a white paper, some other asset that requires a conversion. You get into an email nurture and you're nurtured on topics surrounding that asset, right? So top of the funnel is less focused on pain points and that are product specific, whereas the middle of the funnel really kind of gets more into the nitty gritty of how the product solves some of those pain points that the lead might have. Those are essential programs. Supplemental programs are more behavioral based. So essential programs tend to be time based, where somebody fills out a form, they go into the top of the funnel, they're pushed through kind of a tofu nurture program, they're sent an email, they wait a day, a couple days, check to see if they open the email. If not, you do a resend, right? Supplemental programs are slightly different, at least usually. Two examples. You've got a behavior-based program where somebody has a lead score that's close enough to be ready to talk to sales, but just not quite there yet, right? Maybe they've opened a number of emails, maybe they've clicked through a number of emails, or whatever your engagement criteria is. They've downloaded certain assets or specific assets which have led to close one in the past, so you kind of know strategically that those are good assets to utilize when you're thinking about who to get into these programs, right? So they've downloaded certain assets, they've taken so many actions on your website, and they go to the product page, and then they also visit a contact us page in order to be able to schedule a demo with sales, right? When they get to that product page, though, they don't convert. So they look at the page, they're really close to converting, but for some reason they don't. Supplemental nurture is the last push that we can try to give in that very specific behavioral scenario to get somebody to convert for a demo. So we have on pretty good authority that if they have engaged in your assets and now they're looking at your product page and they didn't convert on the demo page, but they looked at it, that they might be ready to convert. So the emails that we're sending them are targeted really specifically around getting a demo, because we know that that's most likely the next reasonable action for them to take. Another example of a supplemental nurture program is cold lead nurture. So this tends to be time-based, not necessarily behavioral-based. Behavioral is really like in the moment, but cold lead nurture happens when nobody does anything, right? So there may be reasons why contacts just aren't getting into your lead nurture programs. They're too old, they haven't been emailed for a while, and they haven't been emailed for a while because they haven't downloaded anything for a while, right? So they're not engaged. Cold lead nurture takes care of that. So we take all of your cold leads, say maybe 3 months without any sort of engagement on the website or within any sort of emails. We put them into a nurture program that really is just designed to feel out what they might be interested in. So maybe you have a couple of different calls to action that vary across different products. If you can't quite pinpoint which product they're interested in, you might not have to do that, right, depending on what your products are. And then what we do from there is we try to get them to engage in those emails, and then based off that engagement, we can make far more educated decisions about where they should be going. And that's ultimately what the cold lead nurture is designed to do. So the goal of the cold lead nurture is to get people out of the cold lead nurture and into your primary nurture programs, right? So those essential programs, and then inevitably and hopefully the supplemental programs. I hope this is helpful. If we can help you build any of these, we are more than happy to reach out to us.